Web, thanks for the prime, brother. If you can game, you can drive a forklift. Fuck yeah, bro. Let's go. All right. Hey, chat. We're going to get straight into games this morning, man. I'm excited. Verdansk was a lot of fun for me yesterday, bro. It was very, very refreshing, dude. And we had a great day on stream yesterday. So we're just going to get back in the mix, man. I'm trying to really feel something on this controller. I was having like I thought I was seeing God for a minute yesterday. There were a lot of big misses yesterday with this controller in my hand, but I think the more that we play, the better and tighter this aim is going to get. And we had some moments, bro. We had some flashes yesterday with a couple plays where I was like, oh shit, all right, no, I can still do this. But deadass, it was a little touch and go there for a minute. I was contemplating my life and the value that I bring to the people around me a few times yesterday. So we're going to try to avoid that today, man. We're going to try to just play well, bro. We're going to try to be better than we were yesterday. It's going to be a good day, man. I still think that one of the most impressive things about Verdansk compared to Urzikstan and the previous version of Warzone is that it actually feels like a BR today, man. It feels like a battle royale again. You know what I mean? Like, it's very punishing. Your positioning is really important. It's not easy to get wins no matter how good your team is. You can't just fly around and do whatever the fuck you want, respawn as many times as you want, which I'm actually so far a pretty big fan of. And I'm excited to see where this goes. I think TP said it best, bro. He uploaded a video on Twitter this morning where actually we could probably watch it, dude, because I kind of agree with a lot of things he said. I agree with a lot of things that Teep said. I think Teeps always has like a pretty good barometer for God. He's got good opinions. Obviously, a very well-accomplished player, of course, so he's going to have good takes. Let's check this out, bro, real quick. Let's check this out.
So let's give some initial thoughts about it so far. I feel like the pace is slowed down, and I think that's going to be a very good thing for players that are returning, expecting a more traditional Verdansk experience. Omni movement's a little bit slower with the sprint speed and like the burst of speed when you slide, obviously, but it still feels pretty impactful. Balloons and ascenders and all that. So the original chopper is back, which is OP, and driving around with like LTVs in any vehicle you can find is kind of the go-to for vehicle rotation and getting into fights quickly if you're trying to play like that. Contract multiplier is back, which is pretty cool, but I feel like I'm not getting enough money to make constant fighting feel worth it, and almost like replenishing loot and money and stuff like that like isn't good enough off of just the base ground loot. I think I want just like a little bit more of a base ground loot buff, plates, cash, like a little bit better flow there, and the ground loot guns seem to be terrible. But besides that, I think this is necessary for Warzone to like bring a lot of people.
I agree with him, bro. I think ground loot's been pretty ass so far. Which I'm trying to figure out, bro, if that's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's obviously very frustrating when you go into a building and all you pick up are like, what's the updated Dragunov called? A PVD or something? I picked up an ungodly amount of Dragunov snipers yesterday, and I think I shot it like one time. But it's honestly, again, like, the fact that this game has loadouts, like when you think about a battle royale and the battle royales that we played in the past, the fact that loadouts became such a prevalent and integral part of Call of Duty, or at least Warzone, it's actually pretty unique in the sense that you have so many opportunities to have like the most overpowered weapon in your hand at all times, and everybody does. And so this way, with the ground loot being pretty mid, and there being scarce money and just less money on the map across the board, it's not as easy to get your loadouts. So it kind of keeps you in check a little bit. You're not like spawning into this game and getting ran down by like a million people almost immediately with jackals and fucking the best ARs and the best guns in the game, the meta weapons within the first couple minutes, which again, I actually think is like a pretty good thing. Like, with how punishing this game has been and already felt with the TTK and just the lack of loot on the ground and money, I actually think it makes everybody value their life even more. Because once you go to the gulag once, you're already in a lot of trouble, even if you come out of it alive. So I don't know, man. I feel like maybe like and you really get excited, at least I do, when you get some good ground loot off the rip, bro. Like yesterday I got like a KSV a couple times, a Kilo, an AMAX, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm ready to go frag. Let's ride right now. Let's do it.
People back and stay on the game because it's not a bunch of people flying around on balloons. Verdansk feels really big because of it. And I feel like people like the pacing. They slow down the first couple of circles. The pace of the game is slowed down a lot more than what we're used to on Urzikstan. And I think that's hopefully going to be really good for people. Then talking about the new guns, the AMAX, the Kilo, the Gra, the HDR, they're all extremely easy to use and very, very strong. And that's going to bring back a lot of nostalgia that people are like, they feel very familiar. And I think people are going to really like using them.
Chalky
so that's
milk.
good. Overall, if I have to give a grade for my day one of Verdansk, I'm going like an A-, maybe a B+ around there. My worry about it is if I'm going to continue having enough fun with the pace being slowed down. It's nice to feel like a more traditional BR experience. I feel that might be a good thing.
I think Tyler said it best right there, right at the end. I'm very curious, Chalky Milk, I'm going to get to you in a second, brother. I'm very curious to see how long that this continues to be fun. But, I mean, that's kind of like what I put out in my tweet yesterday. I don't... It's inevitable that we're going to get frustrated with the pace of play. I think that happens with any game that you play far too much. But all I know is right now, I'm enjoying Verdansk, and I think they did a really, really good job with everything that I've seen thus far. I like the slower pace, and I'm surprised by that. I really do. Sim and Close here in a call if you want to join them, Matt. Yeah, I'm probably about to do that because I'm pretty much wrapped up with this little morning segment because Chalky Milk already dropped 5 gifted. Yeah. And Bros for Live, thank you very much for the 2 months, man. Armando, thank you very much for the sub. Bojangles, my brother. Noob equals me, my brother. Spider on web. Spider on dick. Nobody wants spider on their dick. That's weird. We don't want that. Dude, oh my fucking God. I forgot to tell you guys. Yo, listen, man. All right.